Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the P series test guys. So in our last lecture, we gone through some normal testing, right? Yes. So basically in that situation, if both the numerator and denominator having the maximum power same, then we used that test guys. So what if they are different is your question, right? Yes. So if they are different, we will be using this test guys. Okay, yes. So basically you will be getting it in terms of this guys. Once we are going through the example, you'll be having a clear idea, don't worry. Okay, so you'll be getting in this format, so 1 by 1 power p, 1 by 2 power p. So based on this p value, you will be saying whether it is convergent or divergent. If it is greater than 1, it is convergent. If it is less than 1, it is divergent. Okay, yes guys, don't worry. Once we are going through the example, you'll be having a clear idea. Okay, yes, let us start. So given series is sigma to n cube plus 5 by 4 n power 5 plus 1. Okay, so the first step is nothing but you will be assuming this as un. Vn is nothing but the numerator here, this is the maximum, right? Yes, and in denominator this is the maximum. So write that by this. Okay, so now you proved that 1 by n square is the result. So indirectly you are saying p is equals to 1. Okay, so p is equals to 1 means, sorry, p is equals to 2, right? Yes, p is equals to 2. So p is equals to 2 is greater than 1, hence it is convergent till here. Okay, yes. Okay, so now you are done with the half of the part guys. Okay, so the next step that you should do is nothing but comparison testing. That is nothing but a limit n tends to infinity un by vn. Okay, yes. Okay, so now you will be solving it. So if you get a finite number, it is convergent guys. Okay, yes. So let us solve. So here it is nothing but un by vn. Un is nothing but your total value, that is nothing but a 2n cube plus a 5 by 4n power 5 plus 1. Okay, so if you push this to the numerator, basically both of the powers will be same guys, magically, right? Yes. So this is the concept of a p series test, and then we will be moving on to comparison. Okay, so once you are done with it, you can take a common method. Like the first method, you will be taking it common, and limit tends to infinity means both of these will be 0. So 2 by 4 is nothing but 1 by 2, which is a finite set. Okay, so by comparison we can say that sigma un and sigma vn are convergent. Okay, so hence you proved both of them are convergent guys. Okay, yes. So similarly we have one more example. Okay, so here the question is given in this way guys. So 1 by 1 into 3 into 5 plus 2 by 3 into 5 into 7. So first identify the pattern guys. So if we assume the numerator as n, then what will be the denominator? So the first denominator is nothing but 2n minus 1. The next denominator is nothing but 2n plus 1. The next denominator is nothing but 2n plus 3, right? Yes. So those are nothing but alternate. So this, for this, if you do minus 2, you'll be getting this. For this, if you do plus 2, you'll be getting this, right? Right? So based on this pattern, you'll be writing this equation. Okay. So again, if you notice here it is n one time, but here in denominator we are having 3 times. So basically, if you divide, you'll be getting again n square only. So if you multiply here, it will become n cube. Again, n cube is matching now. Okay. So based on that, you will be identifying the limit. Okay, so limit, once you apply the limit, you will be taking common and all those things. Once you apply the limit, you will be getting 1 by 8. Okay, so again 1 by 8 is also finite, hence you can say that this is also convergent. Okay, yes. So basically here assume that if you got divergent guys. Okay, yes, here you got minus 2, so then it is divergent, right? Yes. So in that situation you solved it, at the end you ended up with finite value, hence you can say that both are convergent. So basically if un is a convergent, okay, and vn is also, you are getting finite value, so we got finite value, then it is convergent. If un value is not convergent and if vn value is finite, then it is convergent. If finite, if infinite, it is a divergent, it is divergent guys. Okay, yes. So I hope everyone got a clear idea on this topic. So in the next lecture we will be going through one more method, that is nothing but D'Alembert ratio method guys. Okay, so let us meet in the next lecture, and if you want some examples, here in our book we are having various examples guys. In our classwork book you can just check them. Okay, yes. So in the next lecture we will be going through the D'Alembert's ratio test. Okay, so let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you, thanks for watching.